Yay! We're live.
Hello, everybody.
Oh, boy.
It's finally here.
I know. We're excited.
Oh my gosh.
We're ready to rock.
Yay.
All right. So we just started. We just kicked it off. Waiting for everybody to join us. Oh.
Okay.
We're stoked about this, you guys. We've been planning this for a little bit here, so we have a lot of fun stuff to talk about tonight.
So as soon as you log in, go ahead and jump on the chat box. We would love to see what your name is,
Yay!
see where you're from. Hello, everybody. There you are. Yay, it's working.
Yay! How fun is this?
Hey, Rob. Hey, Kelly. Oh, tell us where you're from, too.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Are you around here? Are you in Australia? Where are you coming from?
Australia.
Who's the farthest?
Random.
Let's see who's the farthest away. Vegas. Oh, yeah. Michigan, Texas, California, North Carolina.
I can't read it fast enough.
New York. Oh, Georgia. I saw Georgia there. Illinois.
I honestly can't read this fast enough.
I can read faster than you can.
I saw San Francisco.
Nebraska. It's
this is
Virginia.
awesome. You guys, I'm so excited
Louisiana.
you're here.
New Zealand. Oh, that's farthest
pretty
so
far.
far, I think.
That's
It's
as far as it
probably,
gets, I think.
let's see.
Fredericksburg.
Utah. Hey guys. Oh my gosh, I love
Awesome.
it. This is so great. So keep it coming. We're just going to wait for people to join on.
Oh, Seattle.
DC.
So cool.
Awesome. Thanks so much for coming, you guys. We're so excited about today.
It's an honor that you guys are here,
399
honestly.
people. Yeah. It is really hard to read everybody's at the same time.
I know,
but
I love it.
this is fun.
I
like
love
the
it, I love
energy
it.
already. Thank you guys for joining us. Oh my gosh. So exciting.
So many fun things to cover, so many fun things to talk about. Are you ready?
Well, let's wait a few more minutes. To
No,
let
I
everybody
didn't
join
mean like
in.
we're not starting this
Oh,
second. I'm just saying,
gosh.
are you ready?
I am ready for this. Are you ready for this?
Yeah, I like it. I feel like a newscaster. We are ready to deliver the boudoir news tonight for you all.
These 7 secrets that you have to know.
I like it.
Yuma, Arizona. Hey. Yeah.
New
Atlanta.
Orleans.
I love it.
Alabama.
Hello, can't wait. Regina.
Oh, okay, now we can actually read some names.
Yes,
We got
okay.
Regina, Brenda, Mallory, Debbie.
Hey guys. New York,
I
Maryland.
like it.
Awesome.
This is so cool. Thanks for tuning in, you guys.
Yay.
We're going to do our best to make this worth your while. We have a lot of information. And
Yeah, we're really excited about
I
what
think,
you.
yeah, I think the hardest part was like narrowing down what we wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
'Cause there's so many fun things to discuss,
Mhm.
for sure. Especially with boudoir, such a fun topic.
Someone commented that I caught this, that they couldn't download the workbook for right now, that it took you straight to this webinar. So I'm not totally sure about that. We'll look into that maybe and see if there's something we can do for you. We did just send out an email if you guys didn't see that. It just has some notes that you can print out really quickly. If you have a printer on hand, go ahead and print that out. It's just some spaces for you to take notes on what we're going to be sharing.
Yep. Kimmy and I are note takers, so we like
Yes.
to make sure that you guys have
There was
a
also
space to do that.
There's also a little bit of a journal, like
Yeah.
sort of some questions that we wanted to ask you guys. And that's okay if you didn't get to have that printed out right now. You can do that right after we're done today.
Mhm.
So you can
It's not
go
too
back
big of a
and
deal,
print
yeah.
that out later. If you haven't had a chance to do that yet, you can print it out, answer those questions later, journal a little bit. And then it's just kind of, we wanted you to reflect about where you're at right now before we get started. So yeah.
All right. Well,
Oh,
we still have people joining.
people are still joining.
Okay,
So
we'll give it a
while
minute.
we're waiting, let's go ahead and launch this poll question for you guys. So if you go over to the right-hand corner of your screen and you click on the polls.
Oh my
guys
gosh,
are on
this is fun. How cool.
You're on it. I don't need to tell you what to do. But if you're not quite sure, there's a little tab that says polls. And so go click on that, and there's a question there for you guys. We'd like to know, what part of boudoir photography do you need to improve on the most? Or what kind of is the most nerve-wracking for you?
This is interesting. We're seeing kind of like all
sure.
the numbers bounce different places.
I love it.
Definitely it looks like posing is a struggle for some people, as it was for us.
Good thing you're here.
That's why we always choose to talk about posing, because we know just how dang tricky
it
can
is
be.
tricky, but
sure.
we've got some secrets for you. Which, should we just start?
Yeah, let's give it like a couple more seconds.
So a couple more seconds. Answer that question. Let's see who else is coming.
Like
who else is joining us?
I think we're good.
Yes,
Looks
posing. You guys are also commenting on the comments about what you'd like to see. So that's great too.
Posing.
Getting
Love
the girls
it.
comfortable and open.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
we're gonna talk about that.
Hello, Luis. Hello, Claudia.
OMG, we're so
Andy.
fun. Yes, we are. We really are. Actually. That's what somebody said. I didn't just randomly say that. I know where that was a comment on the side.
Someone commented we're so fun. Okay. Oh my gosh.
That's funny.
Oh, also, I should say, side note, if anybody coughs during this program.
Oh, that would be me. I am like deathly allergic to cats, and Kimmy has a cat. I'm a dog person personally, but so the coughing that you're gonna hear is gonna be me. I love how you pointed that out. If you hear coughing, it's Marissa.
I figure we might as well just say it.
Because it's gonna happen a lot. All right, let's go.
Somebody didn't get the notes. I'm sorry, you guys. The notes you can just print out later, do the journal page later. It's gonna be valuable afterwards.
Yeah,
so
they were emailed.
It's all good.
Mm-hmm.
You can do it later.
Yeah, we'll figure it out for sure.
Yep.
You'll get them.
And keep answering that poll question if you haven't already. And I think we are wanting to jump in, guys.
Here we go.
So before we get started, we just wanted to kind of first say what we're going to be going over, talk to you about what this training is all about so that you know what to expect. So there's three main things. First, of course, we're so excited to share with you guys our free webinar, 7 must-know boudoir posing secrets. And we say that this is kind of a crash course in posing, and that's because it's only about a half-hour course. And we had to only choose 7 tips out of our, I don't know, a lot that we actually could share with you guys.
A lot of stuff, yeah.
So it's not a comprehensive course on posing, but we're going to cram it in as much as possible with you.
And we've really had such an overwhelming positive response to this content. That's why we're sharing it with you guys tonight. We've really had a lot of photographers tell us that even the small amount of posing, because it is such a difficult subject, has really revolutionized a lot of the way people shoot boudoir.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yep. We know this is really valuable time to you guys. We do value that. And so we want to say thank you for joining us. And we're just really glad that you guys are all here with us. This is so exciting.
That's for sure.
Also, at the end of this webinar, we do have a special offer for you guys. We know you're here because you're serious about improving your boudoir posing. So if you like what you hear, if you love our work, you want to learn a little bit more about us or from us, you are going to have an opportunity to do so at a special price that's only available on this webinar after the training.
Mm-hmm. And at the end, we are having a question and answer session. So we'll go as long as you guys keep asking questions, we are going to answer them. So whatever you want. I mean, there is a lot of aspects of boudoir photography, or photography in general, running a business in general, whatever you guys want to ask. One thing that Kimmy and I pride ourselves on is we don't hold back any secrets. So ask away.
Yep, throw it at us. All right, so we're going to close down the chat box, you guys, but we will open it up at the end for questions. So grab a notepad, take down some notes. If you have questions, jot them down, and then if we don't answer them during this time, go ahead and chat that to us at the end during our Q&A time. Go ahead and just eliminate distractions, you guys. We really want you to make the most of this training. And then one more thing we have to mention, it's so exciting, we are going to be giving away a free 1-hour mentor session at the very end. So stick around and hear who won that.
Yeah. All right, so if you guys don't already know who we are, here's just a little background on us and how we got to where we are today. We've been shooting boudoir for 10 years, which makes us feel really old, I'm not going to lie, but maybe even longer before that. 10 years is how long we've been like fully established. And we started out in a tiny garage studio in a remote little town outside of San Diego, kind of like a country little town.
Like tiny.
Tiny, And we built a 6-figure business in just about 2 years once that starting point. We now have a team of 5 gals. We have a high volume studio with an average of about 6 shoots a week. So that's 24 boudoir shoots a month. And you know, people are calling us, they want this, and it's and we're excited to tell you how we did it.
Yeah, and we photographed over 3,500 women, or
I think it's more like 4,000 now actually.
More.
We did that count about a year ago.
That's
so
crazy.
It's gotta be, it's up there.
Yep. We're also excited to say that we've been featured in People Magazine, Rangefinder, PPA, Entrepreneur, Grace Normand, and many more places. And that's not just to brag, that's just to say that this is such a popular thing. Like women want this.
They really do, yeah. And honestly, more than this, we are just really passionate about bringing like the boudoir experience to women. I actually, you know, when we started this business, we didn't realize how rewarding this career was going to be. There's something to be said about how much we befriend a woman during the shoot, and then how much we actually feel like she leaves with a huge confidence boost. And to be able to be a part of that and see how affected she is by this whole experience, I mean, it's lucrative and it is so dang rewarding. So
it's so powerful.
It's just incredible. I could go on about that forever. I was about to, that I had to tell myself. All right, so my name's Marissa. The one that sounds like she has a cold or allergies from a cat, because Kimmy has cat, is me, Marissa. I live in San Diego in a beachy town called Leucadia. I think of it as like the last surfer hippie beach town in San Diego. I just love it.
And then I am Kimberly, and I'm the mama to 2 little ones right now, under the age of 2 or 2 and under, and they're keeping me very busy right now. But when we're not shooting boudoir or chasing kids around, one thing that you'll find us doing a lot is traveling and teaching. Those are 2 things that we really love. Since 2008, we've been leading boudoir workshops, platform programs, seminars, and retreats all over the world.
We also just love teaching photographers how to launch their business. I mean, it's incredibly rewarding, like just having them come into our studio and seeing them grow tremendously. I can't tell you how, I mean, it's kind of mind-blowing. It's pretty humbling to see photographers come in and then kind of implement the things that we've shown them, and then just actually see them just grow.
Yeah. So if you're sitting at home right now thinking, am I in the right place? We just want to talk to you for a minute and say, gosh, if you have always wanted to shoot boudoir but haven't quite started because posing a woman just sounds downright like nerve-wracking.
Posing a woman in her underwear?
Right. Then yes, you are in the right place.
Yeah, or like if you're shooting boudoir currently and you feel like your client's a little stiff, like you're already shooting it, but you know that you can get her to move and just feel more natural. You want to bring more pizzazz to your images, also in the right place. If you actually, this is kind of funny, if you actually have no desire to shoot boudoir at all, but you have a lot of women clientele, whether it's weddings or portraits or family shoots, engagements, etc., but you want to know how to make a woman look awesome, also in the right place.
Yep.
So our goal tonight is to give you guys just some tangible tools that will really help you produce real results quickly, whether you're just starting out or you're a freaking awesome seasoned pro.
Yep.
All right, so you know the phrase, we all start somewhere, and definitely true for us too. Like we said, started out in a really remote town in San Diego, really remote, like the most remote town in San Diego, very country. And started off in just a tiny little garage, you know, how to get my dog to be my stand-in lighting model. And it was so scary. I knew I wanted to take beautiful pictures of women. I just really didn't know how to get started. There were no resources, boudoir resources for us at that time.
Like nothing.
Like nothing. And I found myself just Googling like Playboy images, which made me feel really weird. And then also I would try to like implement what I was seeing online, these images I was Googling, to my existing clientele or my friends that were modeling for me. And it just, I felt like I was really missing the mark. And so honestly, we practiced a ton of like unflattering poses on my poor street friends, and definitely learned what doesn't work. But after a lot of trial and error, we started noticing that not only some poses really, really worked, but some worked really well for every client. And that's been consistent to this day.
Yeah. So if when we're talking about like that was a little scary for us, if that resonates with you, just want to say that you're not alone here. So we've been there too. But the good news is that you don't have to figure it out with trial and error and make all these mistakes like we did.
Yeah.
We've got 10 years of experience. We have photographed, like I said, over 3,000 women, 4,000. It's so easy for us now, and it's really, really fun and lucrative. So we're really thrilled to share with you our top tips to help you guys.
Yeah, and our goal is that you guys walk away feeling much more confident in posing women with these tips and tricks. And we're really going to share stuff that we feel like will change how you approach your shoot, actually, and improve your images. And it's going to give you space to breathe, to relax, and just to freaking have fun as the photographer. You know, you see photographers, I don't know, in like movies and commercials, and they're just moving, they're having a blast, and we're going to give you kind of some tools here that will just let you just freaking have fun, like goof off with your client and not have to overthink everything.
So let's jump in without further ado. Let's start. So posing secret number 1 is be her coach and her cheerleader. So when you walk into a boudoir shoot, you are not just a photographer. I'm so sorry. I wish I could tell you that, yeah, you can walk in and just put on some music and some lighting and just have your client move around like a model while you're clicking the shutter.
No, it does not work like that.
No. If you're out there and you do shoot boudoir, you're probably laughing like, yeah, that is not how it works.
Not the way it goes. You have a lot more to do than just take pretty pictures from afar. And we think you have 2 distinct roles, actually. You are her coach and her cheerleader.
Yep. So with boudoir photography, you have to remember that you're working with real women. It's not a model who's been trained. This is not her job. She doesn't get paid to look good and work in front of the camera. So no, this is like a mom, a wife, a regular woman like you or I who has no idea what to do. And honestly, it probably took every ounce of her courage to like even just book the shoot, to call you and say, I want to do this.
Yeah. And our job is to make her feel like she certainly does belong there, and that she does look like a legit model. Like, our job is to make her feel like we're taking her from, you know, mom next door, which there's nothing wrong with that role at all, but every woman wants to feel glamorous, and we want her to feel like she's looking like a model straight out of a magazine. And we know we've done our job when she's in that viewing later and she sees these images, she's just blown away.
Yeah. So in order to do that, first of all, she has to know that you are on her side, so she can feel comfortable with you. You aren't judging her. Instead, you're acting like a coach. You're guiding her through every step of the process.
And really, I think the way we do that is to, like, well, be her coach or cheerleader, I guess. Yeah. So what we need to do is tell her exactly what to do. Like, you can't just tell her to get into a pose and then get behind the camera and assume she's going to do it all right. This is a nervous woman. She's standing in front of the camera in her freaking underwear. And yeah, we need to give her very specific instructions about what to do.
Yeah, they need direction on everything from her head all the way down to her toes. So first what we do is we demonstrate the pose, and we even demonstrate her expression. Then when we're getting her into that pose, we're telling her things like how to tilt her head, what to do with her hands, where to push her weight, where her eyes are looking, and even what her expression should be and what her toes are doing. Like, if she's pointing her toes, is she flexing her foot? And then, you know, then we start working it. Then we start doing our job with taking the pictures. So here's an example of, you can kind of see a little behind the scenes glimpse of, I've already walked her through demonstrating the pose.
I'm laughing because I'm looking at, that's our client, Leia. I'm looking at her face. Like, you want me to wait, what? Like, her expression, I just realized,
excuse
what?
Me, what?
What's
I'm lying here on this floor. What? So I'm talking her through it before I'm even starting the picture, like take the pictures. So I'm walking her through it, and then this is the result. So on the right here, you're not going to get that image just by throwing her on the floor and telling her what to do. Like, you got to show her, you got to talk to her, you got to work her through the entire thing to get an image like that.
There is a lot that goes into this process. As her cheerleader, we need to encourage her and make her feel like she's $1,000,000. And we do that by using phrases to build her up and help her feel like she's just totally doing it right the entire time. She needs to never have that question in my mind, is this okay? Does this look okay? We need to constantly be validating, yes, 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 this is perfect.
And so this is a little bit different than the role of the coach. So the coach is kind of giving direction and telling her what to do. The cheerleader role is more encouragement to build her up, to keep that confidence up. If she feels beautiful and confident constantly throughout the shoot, then that's really going to show through the images.
Yeah, we really never go silent behind the camera. I mean, especially because music's playing really loud and everything. I mean, it sounds kind of silly, but we're almost like yelling the entire time, just like a cheerleader. So it works.
And you can't just choose one or the other. You can't say, I'm just going to be the coach and tell you what to do. On the other side, you can't just be the cheerleader and say, oh, you look beautiful. No, she needs both. You have to tell her what to do and encourage her the entire process.
It takes a lot of energy. But it's fun. When you have it down, it's fun.
All right, so posing secret number 2 is movement is key.
Really
this is so important, you guys. The difference between an average boudoir image and an awesome one is just this simple thing, movement. It's absolutely crucial to create some stunning images that your clients are going to love.
Yeah, for sure.
So
So just the subtle change in this next image is like, I mean, you can see right there. I mean, the top left is decent. She looks good. I like it, but
it's okay.
All right, let's be honest. It's okay.
It's not great.
It's not awful either, but it's, look at the bottom right. I mean, essentially it's a very similar pose, but there's a lot of different things going on here. She's fully engaged. Her muscles, like her leg muscles are being used. That's huge.
Yep.
Constantly kind of pushing. So we're not letting people ever sink into a stiff pose. They are pushing and exaggerating, and we kind of like make them turn it on a little bit. So
yeah, she's pushing away from the couch. Her hands engaged. Her legs pushing away from the couch. Everything is doing something.
And hands are huge for this. Hands are one of the biggest things you can use. I mean, look at the top left image. Her hands are so stinking boring. And then the next one, it's like, what? Wham. Look at me. I'm hot. Oh, you calling my name?
Oh, hey.
It's just totally different.
Here's a couple other examples. Hands, like we said, are just so important. So anything that you can do with your client's hands really does add that element of movement. Having her do something with her hands. Hands in the hair.
That's a go-to for sure. Hands in the hair. And just saying, like, one way to get kind of that look on the left is just say, you know what, just kind of play with the bottom of your curls. It took a long time actually to get girls to like grab their hair appropriately, because you tell a girl to grab her hair and it's kind of comical the things that you see. But if you tell her to just kind of grab the bottom of her curls lightly, she always gets that.
Yep.
I love this image, especially because it was fun to see, to be on my side and feel it being created in the sense that I showed her what I wanted her to do, and then I had her relax, like totally relax. And then when I had my settings right and everything, I told her, okay, now exaggerate it, stretch into it, really, really reach. And it created a beautiful image. I find that the word stretch, exaggerate's a good word too. We use that a lot. But the word stretch, there's something about women that really understand it, like really stretch into the pose. Really feel it.
Yep.
Like engage your entire body. It's another example of using her hands and kind of.
Again, yep, hands in the hair. But no client is going to just do this. You have to tell her exactly what you want.
Yeah. So an image like this, we're saying, okay, hands in the hair. We've kind of told her where to put her hands in the hair. And then we're saying, okay, elbow in, booty back, tummy in, like arch your back, hip to the side, really exaggerate. Like we are just constantly talking.
Yep.
Like I am right now.
Yep, shut up. We got a lot to cover. Stop talking.
Kimmy just gave me that, okay, move it faster signal.
And then if you're not really getting that movement that you want, here's our little trick, is add a fan. So that simple thing adds movement to the image without your client needing to do anything.
Totally.
So a fan is definitely a trick up our sleeve that we can pull out for any shoot to add that movement.
All right, secret number 3, flatter, curvy figures. There's definitely something especially beautiful about curvy shapes, but you really need to understand how to photograph them correctly, I believe, to have them come off beautifully.
Yep. So for us, it's really all about what is our angle. That's so huge. It's a really important secret to shooting with boudoir, and it's all about how we position our client and then also what angle we are shooting from as the photographer.
Yeah, what angle we're shooting from. And when we're teaching workshops and stuff, this is one of the biggest mistakes we see, and that it's a hard habit to fix. And so when we're teaching shooting and posing, we are constantly telling them, where to shoot from. But I don't know, it's a hard habit to break. And so we want to talk about this more and kind of walk you guys through this.
Yep. So the first thing is, this is a rule, always angle her upper body towards the lens. So the closer to the camera something is, the bigger something looks.
And what do girls actually want to look bigger, right? Her eyes and her boobs. So closer to the camera, bigger it is, right there. What do girls want to minimize? Typically tummy, waist, hips, legs. So this is perfect for that. Throwing those items a little bit out of focus and making them smaller because they're in the background.
So we never want our client's body to all be in the same plane. We definitely want to angle her away from us. Well, her lower body away from where we're shooting from. So here's just an example of that. We have her at a diagonal from where we're shooting. We've angled her, and then we're changing our angle so that we get the most flattering image for her.
Another example of this, body in the foreground.
Yep, in all of these shots.
And we use the word diagonal. I think our clients really get that.
To explain it to her.
To explain it when we're positioning her. And this is the thing, you guys, a lot of our clients, when they plant them, we'll show them this. We get in these poses, they plant themselves down there, and they won't actually do it right. So then we'll have to tell them, you know, shimmy your booty a little bit to the left, to the right, whatever. So we're having to fix it a little bit.
It still takes work, yep.
Yeah.
And then the other rule of thumb with this is to shoot from above. And this is not just for curvy clients. This is honestly for any client. It's just a more flattering angle to shoot from above. So here's one example. This is one of our poses, the Laura pose. And so here she is, kind of pretty much, you know, all in the same,
it. It's good.
The same plane. It's not a bad image. It's beautiful. We still will let her see this. I mean, this is gorgeous. But just to change it up and give her an even more flattering angle, we're gonna shoot from above. We're gonna step up on a step stool, look down, and give her just a really
right. I mean, there's something about that just has so much more wow factor.
Can you guys see it?
Yeah.
Is it just us?
I see it.
Thank
you.
For
sure. And she will choose the photo on the right. She really will.
Yeah.
We know from 10 years of experience. I'm just still shocked at this.
They're both great, but in the one on the right, it's more about her eyes, her boobs, and that's kind of what we're going for.
Yeah, and here's some more examples of this, just so you guys can kind of see a little bit more of what we're going for. And it works with other poses too. Like look at the one on the left, different pose, but same idea.
Yep.
Same with the one on the right.
Always having her face in the foreground. I mean, think about if we were shooting this image from like where her feet are, or if she was angled the other direction.
Or it'll just totally parallel to her. It's a completely different image.
Yep. Completely.
Oh. All right, here we go. Posing secret number 4. Believe it or not, expression is more important than the pose.
Yep. And we have a ton of tips on how to coach your client with the expression. I mean, so many simple and easy things, little things that you can tell your client that is really going to make a huge difference in the final image. And I mean, I wish we could share them all with you guys, but sorry, we don't have enough time.
Not that much time. But we are going to share with you our number 1 tip with expression. And it seems so silly and simple, right? Doesn't it? But it's this. Ready? Look down and then look up. Look down, then look up. We do that a million times during a shoot. And there's something about this technique that just really works. Especially when you're shooting in bright light. Her eyes are, you know, it's hard to look at a bright light for a lot. So it's easy to disengage. That keeps her engaged the entire time.
Yep.
And now we're going to kind of show you guys an example. It's going to be a little cheesy, but how we walk our client through different expressions, different things while we're shooting her. So we've got her in the pose.
This is Stephanie, everybody.
Yes, this is Stephanie, one of our clients. We've got her in the pose. And so once we've got her in that go-to pose, which is kind of half of the work there when it comes to a good image, we got her in the pose. Now I'm going to say, okay, look out in the parking lot. Look out. Well, our window faces the parking lot.
Out the window.
The reality there. And then I just say, okay, pick out the prettiest parking space that you see. And what it does is I've told her already, be a little bit serious. So I'm like, okay, Stephanie, look out there, find like the prettiest spot you see. And you can see it. There's a tiny little hint of smile in her eyes. Like, huh, like I'm supposed to be serious, but that's hilarious. And then I say, okay, now breathe through your mouth just a little bit, relax the lips. I want to see the teeth a little bit. Now, Steph, look over here, eyes at me. And we do that. We act way more comfortable than when we should. We give nicknames. We're like, oh, that's, you know, Steph, that's great. Like we're constantly talking and being silly. Eyes here. Okay, kind of zero in on me a little bit on the lens. Okay, now a little bit serious. Like you don't even care. Like look at me like kind of a little bit tough. Like the toughest expression you can give. Perfect, Steph. That's awesome. I love it, love it, love it. Okay, now a little hint of a smile. Now you kind of have a secret that you want to tell, but you're not telling it. It's fun. I love it. Good job. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And again, we are talking this way the entire time, just never shutting up. And then we say, okay, now the look down, kind of quiet expression. That's perfect. Bring that back hand up, close lips. Love it. Now kind of look here and like you, I don't know, what would you say for that, Kimmy? Like, little bit like
a little coy, maybe?
Yeah, coy or sassy.
Yeah,
I like it. Little sassy. And then in this one too, at this point she's pretty warmed up and she's feeling the energy. And so this expression you can tell is the best out of all of them. And that's why I kind of like thought of how do I express that? But it's because she's got it at that. She's feeling it.
She's warmed up. Yep, because we're giving her all this feedback and she's feeling like, oh yeah, that's right. I can do this. I can work it.
Exactly.
And that's exactly how we would talk to a client. I know it kind of sounds a little cheesy. It is like
cheesy.
A little over the top, like you guys shut up a little bit. But but it's so important. That is what our clients need, you guys. They need constant encouragement, constant direction.
It's true.
All right, so posing secret number 5.
I'm kind of already laughing to myself because Kimmy and I do kind of giggle at each other when we're watching each other shoot or filming each other shoot for like a behind the scenes. I'm thinking like, oh my gosh, that's what I sound like. What a goober.
Yeah. But it helps your client.
It does.
They feel comfortable.
Well, because I think that the nerdier you are acting in a session, like the more comfortable they're going to feel. They're going to feel like you're not judging them, that you're loving it. I mean, it is not. Have you guys ever stood in front of somebody in your underwear? It is not easy, especially somebody you just met.
Scary.
Super scary.
Yeah.
So that's why we, again, just cheerleading, but then telling them constantly what we want from them. So there's no question in their mind what they're trying to give us.
Yep. Okay. Secret number 5, get fierce and sexy images with a shy client.
Excuse me. Sorry.
So this one is especially important for that client who wants that really sexy image, but is super nervous when she gets in front of the camera.
Yeah.
Or maybe she's just kind of struggling to get you the expression that you are really trying to get out of her through those eyes.
And one thing that we do ask our clients before they come in is how sexy they want to be in a photo shoot, because that's important, because kind of especially a shy client, communication shuts down a little bit when they come in because they are so dang nervous. So beforehand, we ask them on a scale from 1 to 10, how sexy do you want to be in a shoot? And when a shy girl says, I want to be a 10, we've learned from, especially the beginning, that is a challenge.
Yep.
So kind of the way we combat that is just choose your sexiest poses.
We know what's sexy.
Yeah, and that kind of sounds strange to be implementing your sexiest poses with your shyest clients, but I'm telling you, you got to know your go-to ones so that you can just make sure you're delivering what they're looking for.
Yep. So we have all of those sexiest poses. They're ready in our arsenal. We know in the back of our mind, okay, she wants to go sexy, but she's not giving me sexy through her expression.
That definitely has happened.
So I'm going to pull these out of my pocket and I'm going to use these sexiest poses.
Yeah.
The other thing that would really help with this is having, the right outfit. So if someone wants something super sexy, hey.
Give them a wild outfit. Make sure that you've got that planned or you have something, I don't know, available. We really like it when our clients bring stuff to us. So we're going to let them know.
Bring what to bring.
Yeah. Bring something a little bit more fun.
And then going along with that, with the clothing that they brought, let her be playful with it.
Yeah, this goes a long way. If there's a zipper or buttons, have her play with those. That adds, expression is really hard to get out of a shy client. Let me rephrase that. A very sexy expression is really hard to get out of a shy client. So we're making sure that we're using kind of other tools to pull that off, and this is a big one. Or maybe even like let her strap kind of fall off her shoulder. So like, just play with the different clothing items like that.
Yeah.
Another thing too is to use your lighting to your advantage. I know this is a posing workshop, but it would feel wrong not to mention that we do turn up the heat. Perfect example. Turn up the heat lighting wise when it comes to a shy client that wants to get really sexy.
Yep.
We definitely love combining a very sexy pose with very sexy lighting techniques to create images like these.
Yep. And I'm going to go back for just a minute because I want to say that, all these secrets go together. They go hand in hand. They kind of build off of each other and they work together. So in this image, for example, it's not just about her unzipping. It's about where she's looking, what her expression's doing.
I mean, look at that hip.
Look at that hip. She's not just going to do that.
Yeah, a normal person doesn't just thrust their hip out like that. That's us saying, okay, I love how you popped your hip out. Now pop it out even more. Yes, perfect.
Her hands are engaged. Her expression's doing something. We're her coach.
Her chin is up into light. Yep, there's a lot going on there.
It's all working together here, folks.
Okay. Oh, there's an example of using the straps to kind of fall down. I feel like that.
Yeah. I like that one.
Kind of suggestive.
Suggestive without making her do too much work to make it that suggestive.
Totally.
Just another example.
All right, so we're going to talk about slowing down a little bit. We definitely think it's important to slow down and move around your client. And you guys, this is Okay, for sure this is the #1 mistake most photographers make when posing with boudoir.
Well, yeah, it's like this is how it looks like, you guys. Okay. I'm going to put you in this pose, and I'm going to take 10 shots. Then I'm going to change the pose. I'm going to take another 10 pictures, then change the pose again. It's like bam, 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 bam.
Yeah.
And, no, you don't.
No, that's a huge mistake, mainly because it's a waste of time. It's not productive. Kimmy and I are always about being as productive as possible in shoots. It's hard work for you, moving the lights, changing the set, moving the client. Hard work for the client, that's for sure.
It's exhausting.
Yeah,
when you're moving her from pose to pose to pose. I mean, it's not easy.
If you're moving that fast, you're gonna run out of stuff to do.
Yep.
We know. We're speaking from experience here.
At some point, you're gonna run through all your.
And then you're gonna feel like you have to repeat stuff.
Yeah.
But we do have a solution for you, and that is, it's so easy, and it will kind of change the way you shoot, and that is just to really slow down. Slow down so much. Don't move your client around. You move around your client. Don't make her do all the work. You're doing all the work with your angles, and just walk around her. Fix what needs to be fixed. Move what needs to be moved. If you're looking in the back of your camera, think, if I was looking at this on my monitor later, what would I like to change about this shot? And she will feel your energy. I think that, our energy is so important about that. So if we're like, I mean, Kimmy and I sound like really fast paced right now, but I don't think we're this fast paced in shooting, right? Are we?
I don't know.
We've had a lot of coffee.
Yes.
But really, it's not. Yeah, slow down. It's not photojournalism. I know if you're coming from a wedding background, especially shooting families or whatever, you have seconds to grab that shot. So it's almost like you're like,
lightning speed.
Oh,
it's like
my
you
gosh.
have to get the wedding shots. You have to catch that toddler who's running around.
Yeah.
Like, snap, snap, snap. Get as many pictures
did
as
you
you
get
can.
a picture of the ring bearer kissing the flower girl?
It
was so cute. Like, there's so much to do. But no, this is the opposite of that. And that's what's so beautiful and rewarding about boudoir photography. It's slowing down, getting to know her, really looking at her. Like, while she's chatting and talking with you, watch her. You'll see her best angles just in through that. So
yeah.
Probably one of the reasons I fell in love with boudoir after coming from a wedding background.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. So take this image, for instance. Here she is in her basic pose. We've gotten a killer shot of her. Like, we could stop here and just move on to the next pose, but no, that is not how we do it. We do not stop here. There's so much more we can get within this pose while she's already here. So, I mean, we know this pose is working well. It's gorgeous. This is the perfect opportunity to slow down, to get a little, I don't know,
like
more
creative crops and get more emotion into the image. I mean, look at how it progresses into that shot on the right. I mean, that takes time.
Yep.
So we're making small adjustments, talking to her the entire time, telling her what to do, change up her hands, where she's looking, her expression, what her hair is doing, believe it or not. That's the difference between the image on the left and the one on the right. That curl falling in front, that didn't just happen. That was us.
Oh, yeah.
And getting this much variety is like, well, actually, let's talk about our angles first. We're also changing the angle.
Yeah.
So as you can see from, picture to picture here, just getting shots around, like, changes the entire vibe, shooting from behind her. This is essentially the same pose she was just kind of doing. We just had her look at us, kind of look behind her a little bit there.
Yeah. And then just working her expression, working where she's looking. So these are all different images that we're going to show her now in her viewing.
Yeah.
And hey, we're going to make more money, you guys, because we've learned how to slow down. We've learned our poses. We've given her all of these beautiful images. And now she's only going to choose like 5 of them. Heck no.
No.
She wants all of them.
Because this looks like a story, and she loves the movement from pose to pose to pose, especially that one on the bottom right. We didn't move her. All we said is drop to your elbow and kind of rotate towards us. And we're talking her through that the entire time. We might talk her through it and she might land in it and it's perfect, or we might have to adjust it. But either way, we're not standing her up and moving her into a new pose.
Yeah. And now our client is probably going to buy an album. So, hello, that's awesome.
I mean, that's what we're hoping for, right?
Bottom line, yeah.
For sure.
We're business owners here, people.
All right, so posing secret number 7 is, okay, this is a big one, know your must-do poses. That is so huge.
Yep. We're all about having recipes and having systems that we know will work with every client. And as we said before, we definitely learned the hard way. We learned quickly what did work and what didn't work with posing with our clients.
That's for sure. So we pretty much narrowed it down to these poses that you see here. And we still refer to these poses all the time. These are our top 17 poses that, well, I shouldn't say refer because it's in our brain. We have them memorized at this point. But these are our top 17 poses that we know just freaking work. And they've made our lives so much easier. And here's the best part. No matter what body type, really, we know that they work for all shapes and sizes. And we actually name them just so we could remember and reference them for all of our shoots. And we also train our staff. So we love that we can say, oh, the Holly pose on this set. And we kind of know what we're doing there.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, we can't stress this enough, you guys. You really need to memorize the poses that are going to work for you, whether it's some of these ones that we have here, or if you already have some in your arsenal, like you just have to know what's going to work.
Yeah. To think about in your shoot, like lighting is huge. Connecting with your client, so important. Just making her feel comfortable, and you want to make that posing become second nature. So like it's easy to get tripped up on, oh my gosh, what pose is going to look good on her next? You don't think about that. You're thinking about lighting, having fun, goofing off, and that's what makes the image.
Right. And if that feels a little nerve-wracking, don't worry. There's a little solution we have for you if you're kind of just getting started. And this is
one of the reasons we named the poses, so we could do this. Yeah,
exactly. So when we were just starting, this is what we would do for every single client. We would have a little plan what we were going to do. You know, so say we have 3 different sets that we're going to work with this client that's coming in. We're going to take some time and jot down which poses am I going to do with her on each of the different sets that I'm going to be shooting, and then it just kind of eliminates that question mark in your head of what you're going to do next. You have a game plan. You know what's coming up next. So we just want to walk you through 3 of those ones that we would say are kind of our must-do ones. There's some easy ones for the client to get started with. And this one is called our Adriana pose. This is one that we really love. It's a good warm-up pose because it's not too hard on our client. Some of the ones that you saw in that last slide are a little bit more difficult, like really taxing for our client to twist her body and kind of contort and get into that pose. This one is not too difficult. So this is a good warm-up, easy one. This is called our Adriana. We also love this one because, you know, standing poses are so difficult for clients to pull off and to look beautiful, just because, I mean, trained models can do standing poses, but your regular clients, the everyday woman, cannot just pull off a standing pose very easily. So this one is kind of like a standing pose because you can see her full body. She's sort of standing, but there's a prop. There's something for her to do. So this is one of our definite must-dos with every shoot.
Laura, love Laura. I think of this more as a warm-up pose, actually, in the sense that it's easy and it's gorgeous. Girls love this image. It makes them look really long, I think, and it also shows off an hourglass shape quite a bit. So that is definitely one of our top selling, and we like it as one of our tops because it's a good warm-up one. I think it's a must-do for sure.
Definitely. Yeah, we're sharing these ones with you guys because they're poses that we like, that we know look good.
But ones we like always do.
And they're top selling. So that means that we just consistently saw our clients choosing these ones in their viewing. They'd say, oh, I have to have that image. And so we learned, you know, which ones work for that.
Incredible posing, like we've been saying, goes hand in hand with incredible sales for sure.
Yep.
All right. Melissa, okay, you can't do a boudoir shoot and not do this pose because what girl, have you ever seen yourself upside down? I haven't. And look at how beautiful that is.
You have to do this one.
Must do. So, and you get this, you work this pose every day. There's so many different angles on this pose, up on a stool, side to side, whatever. But this is a must do for everyone, flattering on everybody.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So the #1 reason why you need to master posing, confidence for sure. Having confidence while you're posing your client is so important. Total game changer for us.
Yep. I mean, posing, like we said, it was really difficult for us at first. It's not easy, but also put yourself in the shoes of your client. Like, she's standing there in her underwear. She's going to be super nervous.
She expects you to know what to do.
You guys, you cannot be nervous when you're going into a boudoir shoot.
I mean, a little bit.
Okay. It's okay to be a little nervous.
A little bit.
But with posing and with just your overall confidence, you need to know, kind of a game plan. You need to know what you're going to be doing, because if you're feeling super nervous and she reads that, that's really going to affect her overall experience. Yeah,
it really will. And once you pretty much discover, like, okay, gosh, we have so many foolproof posing techniques for confidence. It's really just going to make it skyrocket. And like, I joked around, you can feel a little bit nervous going into a shoot because, I think it's exciting. You're meeting somebody new, you're photographing them. There's some excitement and some nerves that come with that. But confidence in posing is one thing that you can nail. And we've got, I think one of our reasons we have so many referrals is going in there, we're just like, here's what's going to happen. And I think our confidence just makes our clients feel so comfortable.
Yeah, absolutely. And now for us, when we walk into a shoot, it's so much fun for us. We don't feel like, crap, what am I going to do next? It's like, I'm going to have fun. I'm going to meet this client and we're going to connect. And, it's going to be also lucrative. This is going to be a lucrative business that I'm going to be successful in because of this confidence that I have.
It's kind of a dream come true. Our job is fun and it's profitable.
Seriously. Who else can say that? Love
it. All right, but keep in mind that posing is just one piece of the puzzle. You need to have confidence in every area of your boudoir business, and there is a lot of there's a lot of different areas. Some of them are fun, some of them are not so fun.
Yep, there's a lot that goes into
it. Your personality, I guess, and what you like. So there's so many pieces to the entire boudoir business. Some like I said, some of these things are fun. Some are really challenging. Some are really, really challenging. We've taken 10 years honing in our skills on all these areas to come to where we are today. A successful studio like ours is completely within reach, for sure.
Yep, and you guys, it's also within reach for you. We are here because we did it, and we want to just tell you that you guys can do it today too. We have exactly what you need to do just that, and
you can download it today.
Hello.
Yes.
So we really do believe that you guys are here for a reason. You guys have taken time to you're spending 45 minutes with us so far, and
time is precious.
This is for a reason. So if you're feeling overwhelmed with starting to shoot boudoir, you haven't done it yet, or if you've been shooting boudoir but you kind of feel, I don't know, like maybe burned out a little bit, or like you need a restart, kind of kicking the pants, then you guys, we have an incredible gift to pass on to you. This is a gift of, it sounds kind of cocky, but it's true. It's 10 years of experience. We've been doing this for so long, you guys. Photographed nearly 4,000 women, and we are going to be giving this all to you guys in a complete course.
We're really passionate, really, really passionate about helping photographers skip all of the costly mistakes. We've been through a lot in the very beginning, trying to kind of stumble through what to do. And it means a lot to us that photographers are investing in this and kind of skipping the mistakes that we made, because they were hard knocks back then. And we had to make a lot of trial and error, but we feel like we kind of figured it out at this point, what works and what doesn't work.
So we want to have you guys ask yourself a question.
What would it feel like to be 100% confident to consistently produce killer images and killer sales? And even that question right now, it speaks so much to me because it took us a long time to get there. And I answer that question, oh man, it feels so good. I will tell you right now, it feels so good. So what if we told you that this is very possible?
And we know it's possible, like Marissa said, because we've seen it. We've taught workshops and retreats now for over 8 years, and we've seen hundreds of photographers come to our in-person workshops. Oh my gosh, so many of their businesses have been completely changed because of it. And here's just one example of someone that came to a workshop. She said, it's been almost a year and my business has grown in many ways. I'm just finishing my busiest season ever, and I've already booked a bunch of work for next year. Just wanted to say thanks. That just like warms my heart. I love it.
Yay. Here's another success story. Stacy wrote us and told us this. This is kind of like the condensed version above. I'm going to read everything she wrote us. After being a hobbyist photographer for a few years, I became interested in boudoir photography and shot a few boudoir sessions for fun, but suddenly I began getting calls from perfect strangers asking about my boudoir services. People were wanting to pay me to do a photo session with them. I panicked a little and needed a few pointers fast. That's when the Boudoir Divas came to the rescue. It just so happened that you were in Vegas right before my first real professional boudoir gig, and I was lucky enough to be able to take your workshop. I left there feeling incredibly inspired and confident.
So these are just a couple of examples we wanted to share with you guys. And the reason is because, you guys, these are photographers just like you and I. We all started somewhere.
Yeah.
They wanted to kickstart their boudoir business. They wanted to bypass all that guesswork and jump straight into, just complete confidence.
Yeah. Our in-person workshops are actually like $2,900. They are amazing. We feel confident with that. But we realize that not everybody is able to attend these, travel all the way to San Diego. Sometimes we did in Paris and invest almost $3,000. So we really wanted to give you all the same training that these other photographers received in a more affordable and accessible way. That's what we all want, right?
Yep. So here's your options. Oh, wait, before we jump in, hey, guys, remember we're going to be giving away a free mentor session at the very end. So don't go anywhere. We've got question and answer time. And also we're going to give away that free mentor session.
At the very end, yep.
Yeah.
All right, so here's your options for today. The perfect posing lesson, which is $79. So you guys got a little bit of a taste of what we were talking about earlier. For the posing lesson, it goes above and beyond that. Or the complete online boudoir workshop. Oh my gosh, I love this. My favorite. Our favorite to talk about, to do, for you guys to watch, all of that. Normally $249 on our site, but today it's just $197.
Yep. So we want to tell you a little bit more about that and jump into sort of the details of what that would look like for you guys. So inside this workshop, you're going to uncover all of our greatest secrets and insider tricks that we've learned after running a super successful studio for the last 10 years. Like we said.
Yeah, I know that we've crammed a lot into just 30 minutes today, but if you got any value out of the training today, oh my gosh, all of these courses go far and beyond, so much more in depth than what we talked about today.
Yep. So here's exactly what you're going to get.
Oh my gosh, this is
and you guys, we had to pare this down.
Just so you know. I'm like, this slide is way too overwhelming.
You get a lot. We'll just say that. Lighting, we're going to share our go-to lighting recipes for both natural light and studio light so you can produce some wow factor images of your own.
Products, you guys, we tell you exactly what products we sell, how much we sell them for, what sells the most, and who our vendors are, all these major secrets.
Marketing. Oh, we love marketing.
Yes.
Our studio gets hundreds of people visiting our website every day, you guys, and our phones ring all day long with clients who want to book. And that's all because of the marketing efforts that we've done over the years. So we're going to show you how to find your ideal client, how to do it affordably, and how to avoid those costly mistakes that we've made.
Business, this one we love talking about, especially because you can be the world's best photographer and still not make a profit. So we dive into every aspect of our business model, our sales, our cost of goods, so you'll be successful and profitable, right? What's the point of shooting if, you got to provide for yourself, for your family. Right. Heck yeah, you deserve it. You're working hard.
That's right. Editing and post-processing, we process our shoots the same day in 1 hour. So we're going to show you exactly how we do that. Learn to process your clients' images faster, streamline your entire workflow all the way from booking the client to the product delivery at the end.
All right, shooting. You guys are actually going to follow us with 3 real clients. See exactly how we shoot. See what we do from cameras, what we do, what settings we use, why, how we meter stuff. Like, we go so into depth with this one, and it's really fun to watch. Really, really fun to watch. You see us have a great time with our clients.
Yep. And then posing, we didn't have a ton of time to talk about everything today, but in this course, you're going to see a lot more. You're going to see us do all of our poses with 2 actual clients.
Branding, Kimmy and we're pretty in love with branding. Since the beginning, we've been praised a lot for our branding. People recognize, us because we put ourselves out there so much, and the look of, everything we do is recognized. And we want to teach you guys kind of the guidelines we set for each other when we're putting out these campaigns, and the look of our site, and even just something as simple as a newsletter. It is all branded, and we're going to talk you through kind of like our guidelines of what we do to make sure that it's consistent. And you're going to see in that lesson that we are just in love with that. I think that one is, I don't know, we get excited. We probably get too excited about branding.
I think we're excited about all of these things. Let's be honest.
Yes.
So, remember when we talked about how posing is just one piece of the puzzle in having confidence with your business? you guys, this is kind of just showing you all of those pieces. And we really do want to give you confidence in all of these areas. We've done it for other photographers, and we would love to do that for you.
Absolutely.
So that is our complete online boudoir workshop. That's the complete course.
So much stuff.
If you get that, you will also get all these other goodies instantly. This is all an instant download. So you're going to get all those poses that we showed you. You guys are going to have a PDF of that. You're going to have our tips for a hot photo. We're going to have, you know, action steps, roadmap for you, a journal, and then a little business assessment.
And we've gotten really fun feedback from this. I mean, it's a lot of content, but in a way, it's really fun. And Kimmy, you see the behind the scenes, you see our studio. Kimmy and I goof off a lot in it. It's a good time.
You're going to get to know us pretty well with this course.
As somebody said, we had a photographer came in for a shoot last week, and she said that she'd watched the online workshop, and she was saying, "Oh my gosh, you and Kimmy are hilarious together. You guys have," and then she goes, and I didn't know how to feel about this. She goes, "You guys have very different personalities." And I was like, "Oh."
What's that?
I don't know, but she said she was really entertained. It meant a lot to me. I liked it. It made me happy.
So you will get to know us.
All right. So like we said, our in-person workshops are almost $3,000 these days if you're coming to San Diego, or you can get the course on our website a la carte. So individually, they all add up to $424. But the online workshop is available for you right now, just right now. Webinar special for $197.
Plus these other bonuses. We're going to talk about those later. Hold on. So the other option, we said there's two options for you guys. There's the complete course, but there's also just the perfect posing course.
Yeah.
So you guys are here to learn about posing today.
Yeah, you obviously, that's a priority.
It's an important thing. So we're going to tell you a little bit about what is in that course if you guys decide to purchase this one today. So this one covers our top poses that always work. It really goes through them all because we're going to show you them with a client. How to flatter all figures, planning your shoot, maximizing your time, posing to sell a book. Like we said, that's really important for us is the bottom line.
Oh yeah, that's big.
Watching us with the real clients, little tweaks that can make a huge difference. You're going to actually see us do that. It's not just us telling you that happens. It's actually showing you with the clients. Getting a variety of expressions, making her feel comfortable, and how to just always feel confident and ready to rock any boudoir shoot.
All right, so the perfect posing course, you're just getting that one. That one's only $79, but you also get these awesome bonuses along with it. And that's, again, just the webinar special. We just appreciate you guys joining us tonight. This is so fun for us.
Yep.
So we want to throw in some extra goodies.
That's right. So with those, just want to mention them quickly. The bonus number one is our pose book. So, you know, we said when we were just starting out, we had to decide which poses were the best for us, what worked well in every client, and we compiled them all here for you into this book. So these are our top poses that we always do pretty much with every shoot, with every client, I would say. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah. Yeah, to this day.
Yeah,
for sure.
So you guys get that for free if you buy either of these options today. And then the other bonus that you guys get is our annual marketing plan. And oh, we should mention these are all digital downloads. So these are immediate. You get these right away. So this one is our annual marketing plan. We love marketing. Like we said, we're going to cover it completely and just entirely in that complete boudoir online workshop. So if you are struggling with what to do with marketing, you kind of don't really know what you're doing.
It helps you create a game plan so you can chill out and relax and know what's coming next.
Exactly. If you don't know what you're doing next week, next month, next year for marketing, this is going to help you. There's
a lot of stress that comes with that if you're not sure, but you lay it all out and oh my gosh, we still do this to this day for sure.
Yep. So that's included for you guys as a bonus. So that's it.
All right, guys. Well, we do have to say, we really think there's seriously no better time than now to do something like this. We know it's so scary for a small business to invest your hard-earned money, or if you're just starting out even, it's hard to spend.
We understand.
But, you know, unlike a lot of other photography companies, we are offering a 30-day money back guarantee. So you really have nothing to worry about. And we want to take all the risk on us because we remember what it feels like to be starting off and kind of worrying like, should I invest in this? Should I not? And we really believe in what we've created here.
We want you to love this, you guys. We believe that you will. We know that you are going to gain so much from this.
And in fact, here's, I want to share with you guys something that another photographer told us after attending our training. Denise Birdsong, she is very popular, incredible photographer. And she said this when
killing it.
I think she invested in basically every workshop we did, from retreat to workshop, etc. She said, by far, this is the best investment I made. There's been more value in this than any other class or workshop that I've been to. They tell you the good, the bad, and even the ugly. And you know what, you guys, a lot of people tell us that. Like, we're not just talking like, boudoir is amazing, like, it's so easy, yada, yada, yada. We are telling you, probably don't do this. It doesn't work. It hurt us in the past. Like, we're just
we'll tell you our mistakes.
Honest. Yeah.
We'll tell you what we've done wrong.
We say we reveal all of our secrets. We don't just reveal the good stuff. We reveal the bad stuff too.
We not hold back.
Yeah, we really want your guys' success. We believe in you. We believe in boudoir. We love what it does for women. So we would love for you to join us in the workshop. Again, here's your options for you.
Come get to know us.
There should be a link on the right for you guys to click on and grab.
Yeah. So you guys, we would love to, answer some of your questions.
Ooh, yeah, my favorite part. And then stick around because we are giving away that mentor session.
You got to hear who wins our mentor session. You'll really get to know us with that.
Oh, boy, yeah.
So jump on the chat box. The link is at the top. And we would love to just hear your questions.
Here we go.
So bring them in.
All right, we're going to read through here and see which one to grab. All right, so number one says, is there one person who is the main photographer and the rest are associates? I'm guessing for our studio, you're wondering how we kind of run that. We don't have a main photographer. We our claim is that, Kimmy and I, we train all of our photographers exactly the same. So if you're getting me, you're going to get the same images as if you get Ashley or Megan or something. So no, it's just the one. There isn't a main. We market it all the same.
Mm-hmm. So many good questions coming in, you guys. Thank you. If you're just starting out, how would you recommend building a portfolio? And that's something that we would say is really, really important. You guys, I would say grab a friend. Yeah. Grab a model and try out all these poses, all these tips that we've kind of
you don't want to do trial and error on a client for sure. You want to try out all these recipes, all of these named poses that we've said with a friend or somebody who, you're going to feel comfortable saying like, that you're practicing on for sure.
Question is, all studio lighting? Do we also do boudoir shoot with natural lighting and shooting outdoors? And the answer is yes, yes, yes. We do studio lighting, super important. Natural light is beautiful, and we also shoot outdoors as well. So all of the above.
We'll just see what we can grab here. Oh, it's kind of bouncing around. Sorry, guys. Oh, how do you find your locations to shoot in? Do you book a fancy hotel? Booking a hotel totally works. We know a lot of people that make that work. I think the best thing if you don't have a dedicated studio space, the best thing to do is kind of like approach a boutique hotel where you can they know what you're doing there and they want you there. And so that way you're comfortable with the space, things like that. There's nothing wrong with booking a hotel, renting another studio. Shooting outdoors, if you have okay weather, that works too.
Someone bought our posing books. She said, I bought both of your posing books. Hey, Ash. Oh, who's that? Amy. Amy bought both of our books and said it helped so much. Shot friends using it. So you started out using these techniques on friends. That's awesome.
I love it.
Very cool.
What lens do we use? We use I would say our workhorse lenses are 50. The fixed focus lens. The L series we're Canon shooters. I know the Nikon has an equivalent. We also definitely love the 24-70. That one, if you're shooting in a tight space, that one is absolutely the lens to have because you want to be able to back up or actually get closer if you need to in some instances. So that's, if you're buying one lens getting started, that is the 28-70. 24-70. I know, Kimmy she's been correcting me for 10 years. And I looked at her, it's stuck in my brain, I'm sorry. It's the 24-70 L series Canon lens, but they also have it with Nikon. I already said, 50 too. 50, if you're looking for a second one, the 50 millimeters great too.
There's like chaos because there's all the questions coming in, but then Marissa and I are both trying to jump in and answer each other too. Okay, so Barbara's asking, how many hours is the online workshop? That's a really good question, Barbara. It's about 10 hours total. So don't let that overwhelm you though, because I know that sounds like a lot, and you can tackle it as much as you want or as little as you want. So you can watch it all at once in one weekend. You can break it up. You can go back and watch them later. It's all at your own pace. So you don't have to wait, and you know, it's not like a once a week thing where you have to wait for the next lesson to come out. It's all as much as you want at your own pace.
Hannah asked if we use a makeup artist. Yes, we absolutely do. Makeup is a huge part of a gal looking incredible in her shoot. One thing we do though is keep in mind the makeup artist is getting business because of you. So we do take a pretty hefty commission in that sense. We love our makeup artists. We realize how talented they are, but we also know that it's us pulling in the clients. If she's brought her own client for us to shoot with, then you know we actually have a referral program if they bring in their own. But yes, we are very selective with our makeup artists and who we choose. And again, because they're using our space, we do take a bit of a commission.
Oh, there's one comment that says, OMG, the dinging when people buy, please make it stop. Sorry, I don't know how to do that. Is there a way maybe we can make
that's cute
the dinging stop when people buy? I mean, that's exciting.
I appreciate that you guys are buying something.
People are buying, but sorry about the ding.
Any suggestions for finding a hair and makeup artist? I love this one. Yes, when we were first looking for somebody, we would have people come in and either do makeup on a model, somebody that we wanted to just try out some new lighting or some new poses with, or we'd have them even come in and test hair and makeup on us because we want to know exactly. I mean, your hair and makeup artist is very close to you, so you want to make sure you're completely comfortable with how she's interacting with your clients and everything. The biggest mistake we made, Taylor wants to know what's the biggest mistake we made starting out. That's a big question. Talk about that for a long time.
And actually we do. We tell you all the mistakes we've made in our complete online workshop.
The biggest mistake we made. You know, I would say when we started shooting with Studio Light, we really wanted to use Studio Light because we felt like it was really going to flatter a woman in a different way. Natural light is gorgeous. We love it. But we like the idea of having variety, and Studio Light adds that. But however, Studio Light's intimidating. And, you know, watching so many photographers out there that are brilliant with it, we were so worried about doing it wrong and not having like the right highlight in a certain place, the right shadow in a certain place. And I think that we got to a point where we were just trying, instead of trying to make our client look good, we were trying to be technical. And we got frustrated and we kind of just said, you know what, forget doing it right. I'm just going to look at my client, which is what got us in love with continuous lights. We thought, let's just look at our client. Let's move the light around, just look at our client and wait till she looks the best when I set the light there. And once we like kind of shed that whole, this is how you're supposed to do it thing, this is what your exposure is supposed to be, this is where the light's supposed to be, I feel like it kind of set us free and we just went running from there. And
yeah,
it was a little bit of a new chapter for us.
Yeah. So I'm seeing a lot of questions about actual studio space. So I kind of want to combine a few of your questions into one. So, oh, hey, Robin, bought the webinar bundle. Very excited.
Aww,
yay. Thank you. We're excited to meet you and talk to you.
We'll be talking at you a lot.
Get ready. You're going to know these voices very well. So as far as our studio space that we work out of, we do have we shoot mainly or primarily in a studio space. It has both natural light. We have a huge roll-up door where we can open and let beautiful studio or natural light come in, but then we also work with studio lights. A lot of you are asking whether we also do on-location shoots or outdoors and stuff. So like I said, we do a little bit of everything, but primarily it is a studio space. And don't let that stop you guys. If you don't have a studio space, that's okay. You do not have to have a huge space like we do. It's totally fine. And actually it's way more profitable. It can be more profitable if you don't have a studio space. If you shoot out of your home or out of a hotel, if you run marathons, there's so many different ways that you can set up your business and be profitable. We go really in depth into this with our business lesson in the complete online boudoir workshop. So we actually give you a sample of how to start with a business model, run all of your numbers, run your cost of goods, and know exactly how profitable you're being. So we're really passionate about that. It doesn't have to be exactly the way that we're doing it as far as a studio space or business model. You can do it in a way that works for you and still be profitable. Make it work for you.
All right, Chris is asking, how do you get them to buy books? Do you have them come back for a viewing? I like this especially because we do talk about this quite a bit in the online workshop. Believe it or not, we do same-day viewings, and we do this because it sells books. And I know that sounds a little intimidating. You can always make everything we give you your own, but we do. Our goal is always to sell a book, and all of these different factors, all these pieces of the puzzle kind of work together. So from posing to just their expression, and then the same day viewing, seeing their images the same day and seeing how they all flow together. And we're always talking about like the storyline of their shoot, and we're talking about their book during the shoot as if they're gonna buy one. So then later in their viewing, they get this beautiful book, and we are passionate about our products. I mean, digital, we do sell digitals. There's nothing wrong with selling digitals as long as they're profitable to you. But we believe in the book because digitals just go on a hard drive. Hard drives end up in the storage in 10 years, whatever. You never see the pictures again. Books are beautiful art pieces, and we sell huge wall pieces too. Yesterday, I just sold a 3-foot by 6-foot wall piece for somebody's bedroom. And and it's because I was talking about it. I'm passionate about it. So yes, we do sell a lot of books, and we do that with our same-day viewings. Same-day viewings sound intimidating. I assure you they are not. And they cut down on your workflow a ton. And we're all about saving time. Saving time so we can actually have a personal life, because there aren't a lot of photographers out there that own their own business that have a personal life.
Yep.
And we are proud to say that we do.
Yeah, it's important to us.
We didn't in the beginning.
A couple of questions that I want to jump to. Julia says, is the whole package on demand or downloadable to your computer? It is downloadable to your computer, so you guys will have it right away. You can download it and have all of our courses, all the different lessons available at your fingertips to watch if you want to start right now. You can start tonight. And then Candace is asking, is there anything about collections? And I'm assuming you mean like as far as pricing and what our pricing is and what our packages are.
Absolutely.
Yes.
We go through why we've done our packages and our sessions a certain way, and we kind of talk through our kind of how we are calculated in creating those. Again, it doesn't work for everybody. Every business is different, but you will kind of see what we were thinking when we created ours and how we feel, and maybe it'll kind of inspire you and see the whole process and even the numbers game of why we did what we did. We talk about cost of goods and analyzing your pricing so much in the business section. We run through numbers quite a bit because that can be a little bit challenging.
Yeah. Oh gosh, there's so many good ones.
So many good ones, guys. Thank you. At one point, I did see somebody ask, I'm sorry, I don't remember your name. You asked if we liked Lightroom or Photoshop more. We in our processing or our editing course, we talk a lot about that how much we use Lightroom. We use Photoshop a ton too, and we show how we use the two differently. Lightroom for us has completely revolutionized our business and saved us so much time. We do a lot in Photoshop still too in the post-production, but we only do that after the client sees the images. And I know a lot of photographers out there think like, no, I want to show my clients flawless images, so I'm going to spend a lot of time in Photoshop. Our problem is then maybe they don't end up buying those pictures, so we've wasted all of that time. Our thought process is let's be incredible at posing, let's be incredible at lighting, let's show them their images the same day while they're still pumped and they look gorgeous. So they're just seeing their proofs. Then once they choose from their proofs, then we edit their images, and we will show you how we use both in Photoshop in a certain way, both very simple. We're pretty bare bones when it comes to what we do in post-processing.
Let's see.
The questions coming through. Let's see. I'm seeing which ones. Leah's wondering how often we switch our furniture and backgrounds up, or do we keep our furniture all in the same place? Actually, that's an interesting question because we used to have a much bigger space, and that space was fun, and we kept all the sets the same, and all the lighting and everything was in the exact same spot. But we of course wanted to create more profit, so we moved into a little bit of a smaller space. It wasn't too much of a change. It was we were still renting. Long story. Anyways, we kind of consolidated our space. Now all of our furniture is all on wheels, and we're moving it in and out depending on what sets we're doing. We're moving the lighting in and out, or we're opening up a big roll-up door to show off natural light. Jessica's asking, do we find our boudoir clients to be one-time clients? I love this question because when we started Boudoir, we pitched it as a once-in-a-lifetime experience. So not the case. We have return clients over and over again. We have return clients that bring their sisters, their moms in for the shoot because they've experienced it, they loved it, they've come a few times and they're like, okay, now my mom needs to see what this is like. So often we just have people, recognizable faces, all the time. It's pretty exciting.
So Brock, you're asking if we can offer just a post-processing course, and the answer is yes, we can, and we actually already did. So if you want just that, you can go to our website right now and purchase just our post-processing course.
Our website is theboudoirdivas.com.
Mm-hmm. So you can get that, but that is also included in our complete online boudoir workshop. So it's a much better deal to get the whole thing, and you'll also get that.
Laura's asking, do you share edgy lighting techniques? We are the queens of edgy lighting techniques.
Yeah.
Again, because we stepped outside that box and we stopped looking at what we're supposed to do as photographers. We're kind of like watching music videos and stuff and figuring out, wow, this would look cool like this.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, our lighting and shooting goes through that quite a bit.
Yep, we do some basic lighting techniques, and then we change the lights up quite a bit and show you, okay, if you move this light back behind your client, then this is what you're going to get from that. So we do move our lights around and show you how we work with the lights and what the end result is going to be. So yes.
Mm-hmm. Sorry guys, there's so many questions coming in. Thank you so much for seeing.
Someone asked, how do you make the albums? We design our albums using Fundy software, and then we print them typically through Bay Photo.
Mm-hmm. How long are your sessions? We kind of, because we do the same day viewings, we definitely pitch this as a full day experience. So we have packages that range, and we talk in depth about this in the business part of our online workshop. But they can come in anywhere from a smaller session to the full experience. We market all those very differently. But either way, we're saying they're either coming in for a half day essentially or a full day. It's a pretty long experience. The session itself will last anywhere from an hour to 2.5, 3 hours, just depending on the flow of it and how it's going and what they purchased.
More questions about hair and makeup. Lori's asking if we do the makeup ourselves. Rita's wondering if we have a hair and makeup artist or stylist. Lots of hair and makeup questions. And yeah, we have a couple that we use.
Mm-hmm. Like I was saying earlier, we definitely have found the best of the best. We're pretty picky with our hair and makeup artists because girls are picky about their makeup. I know I'm picky about my makeup and my hair. So we definitely are making sure that we're selective with that. I'm seeing some others here. Karen's asking, have we worked with couples? And if you do so, can you share a few tips for posing them? You know, I think this is, we really like to be very specific with our niche, and we believe that less is more sometimes, or simple is better, I guess. And so by just saying we shoot women only, we find that we get more women calling us. That could not be true for you. Also, we're passionate about shooting women and boudoir. We're not necessarily passionate about shooting couples. So I'm not going to say that that's a good or a bad thing. We don't really have a lot of advice for that. I think it's a beautiful thing. I've seen some incredible couples boudoir sessions, but that's not something that we're open for business right now. We get a lot of calls about it. If you guys want us to refer people to you, just let us know, because we're looking.
All right, you guys, there's so many questions, but I have to say that we have a little 5-minute warning. So just about 5 more minutes. We're going to do a few more questions, and then we're going to do our giveaway, the free mentor session with us, 1 hour. So this is your last chance to get the special deal, you guys. So if you're thinking about it, if you're on the fence, if you have any questions, you can pop those in the chat box if you have questions about what you're getting. But yeah, 5 more minutes for this deal.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll take a couple more here. Let's see here. What is your best marketing? Kendra's asking, what is your best marketing tip? Oh my gosh, we talk about this for like 2 hours. What is our best marketing tip, Kimmy?
We really do have a 2-hour session about this.
We're very visual people, so we put a lot of pictures of ourselves out there, and I think that makes people very comfortable with us. I think you have to be you can't be afraid of being a little bit of a narcissist when it comes to marketing. And, you know, they're buying us just as much as they're buying what we can do with our camera and the images that we're producing. So, oh my gosh, I can't answer that in one a minute.
Yeah.
But I will say, don't be afraid of putting yourself on blast, because I think people that are coming to our business, they want to know us, see us, know that they're going to be comfortable with us. And the only way to do that is by putting yourself out there, being a little vulnerable. It feels a little weird, but your family and friends will totally make fun of you for it. But, but that's okay. It's necessary.
Yes. How big is the studio now?
Oh, Leo wants to know how big is our studio now? So that's an interesting question, because about 2 years ago, we just really kind of condensed our studio space. We did have 6,400 square feet, which was a blast. Loved it. All of our sets were intact. We didn't have to move them around at all. We had a change in owners in the building we were leasing from, and it was just time for us to say, you know what, we don't need this entire space. We kind of sectioned it off. We fell in love with the natural light in one of the areas, and we condensed everything we were shooting in that 6,400 square feet to about 2,000 square feet now. And I will say this, space is not important. We were doing a great job making killer images back when we were in a tiny garage. So we love our studio space, but it's kind of a cherry on top, not necessary. And a studio space in general, you know, a big space isn't general studio-wise, but you don't even need a studio. You can shoot in a hotel or on location is big right now too. So just never feel like because you don't have something perfect that you're kind of boxed in, because we can't tell you how successful we were by having kind of a lot of limitations back in the day. Again, nobody knew what boudoir was. We were shooting in a remote city, a very conservative city where people, you would never think people were booking boudoir shoots, but they are left and right. We were newbies. We didn't really know what we were doing, and we were still doing a killer job with it and having a lot of clients, making a lot of friends. So,
yep. Great questions, you guys. Karen is asking if you have time, what aperture do you usually shoot? And that is typically 2.8. And we kind of walk you through, like we said, we are all about recipes. So we have specific things and specific reasons of why we shoot the way we do and what lighting we use and what our settings are. Recipes for everything. It makes it so much easier for you, and you're able to focus on your client. So if you get our complete workshop, you guys will hear more about recipes and why we shoot the way we do and what different settings we use in each situation. So, oh my gosh.
All right, last question.
Let's do one more. Yeah.
One more. Okay, let's see. One more, and then we're going to do the winner.
Gosh, there's so many about hair and makeup artists. I feel like we need to do a whole course just on that, maybe.
You know what? Hair and makeup artists is hard. It's a tricky part of it.
But we do use someone that can do both. Who was that asked that question?
Yeah, if they're gonna do it, we want them to do both hair and makeup. Yeah. We're not gonna bring the time or take the time to bring them individually. And we have our go-to girls, so we're not trying to find. We're not wasting time trying to find somebody for, somebody different all the time. We have our top 3. We text them, hey, who wants it? First one to grab it gets it. Yeah. And they become a real integral part of our business.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So,
all right.
We have our winner.
We have a winner. Hey, guys.
All right. So our winner is
Brittany. Let's see. Brittany is your first name. How do you pronounce that?
I don't know, but the last name, I think this is the last name.
It's F in Frank.
F in Frank. I'm excited. Roehle.
1990. So Brittany Froll, maybe, if that's your last name. Congratulations, Brittany. Woo! Get in touch with us as soon as we stop this. Email us and tell us.
Or we'll get in touch with you either way.
We'll get in touch with you and get you the details on how that is going to go down.
Woo. Either way, we have a new friend. Hi, Brittany.
Yeah, hi, Brittany.
Thank you so much for tuning in, you guys.
Thank you guys.
So fun.
We really enjoyed this. We have a little tradition with every workshop or training that we do. We always like to end it with a toast. So here is to you guys. Thank you for spending your time. Thank you for investing in yourselves as photographers and as business owners. It's so important. And you being here really just shows
Boudoir is big. It's bigger than we ever imagined. So cheers to that too, and cheers to the ladies that come and let us photograph them. It's a blast.
Cheers to you guys.
All right. Woo.
And for those of you that bought the complete course, we will see you.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna be single. See you soon.
Bye-bye.